Not so very long ago, I set to roaming the 1,000 miles around Wales with a demanding compadre called Chico. And then by and by I wrote a book about it, sweating at the bench for months. And then I had this unsalted critter, Osian, and all of those other labours faded clean away. I was fetched up, this was rough. Lost my liberty overnight, manhandled. I was balmy and weak-brained, dragged out dumpish and down to the blanket. And to cap the climax, due to the caesarean, I couldn't even lope to the end of the road. All of the things I loved in life were gone, replaced by this one little chickabiddy. I was going to have to sling my bunk, sparkle up and have me an adventure, and this greenhorn would have to come too. It'd be a hard row to hoe, but my whole perk relied on it being a success. Goodbye, Aberystwyth. This is Rhys.
Hello there, everyone.
It's going to work.
Remind me of your little fellow. What
This is Osian.
Oh,
Osian.
got a friend with Osian.
No.
Come this way. Look at this machine that you're about to go on, embark on.
Da, 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 da.
How does that look?
Looks amazing. Osh, what do you think? So it's held on with string.
Yeah, it's up to the latest spec of health and safety. I think this is called, ISO string fix.
ISO string. They knew what they were doing, actually, didn't they, the people who
Look
made
at that,
it?
mate. There we go. And I think there's enough air for about a day in there for you, isn't there?
About 3 weeks ago, I was at the Adventure Travel Film Festival telling people about my adventure with a donkey a few years ago. And invariably people ask you, what's the next adventure going to be? I kind of thought that was adventure enough. But even so, it sows a seed. And as I was talking to one couple, I said, what we really need is something that I can put him in, so I don't have to carry him and all the kit, but it's not putting him on the donkey, because that's terrifying. And they said, well, hang on a minute, what you need is this 1970s sidecar for a bicycle that we happen to have in our garage, barely used. Why don't you come and borrow it? So tomorrow morning, we're going to dust off the cobwebs, wheel out the bicycle, and have an adventure. There's this postulation that babies need heaps of kit, and I was determined to prove otherwise. But as I loaded up the bicycle, it did seem pretty burdensome. He's 7 months old, so he's eating now, which means more changes of clothes for us both. And then there's the nappies, the bike tools, the camping kit, the camera stuff. And more bothersome, what if the sidecar vexed him?
Follow the pink line and see how you get on.
Rod had put me in mind of a perfect 80-mile peregrination, and it was time to cut stick. Oh dear. Maybe we'll start with a break. Or maybe it's the hat, not the bike. I must have been looking washy, because Rod's wife Lisa rode out with us for support, as I promptly hit the verge. "200 yards, screaming all the way, very, very unhappily. Poor little dab. Then I took him out and he stopped instantly. Oh dear. He does not like it. It's kind of understandable, really. It's fast and it's loud, and what he wants to do is listen to the river and listen to it very gently for 5 minutes while he works it out and look at the flowers. Ooh, it's a bumblebee as well. Right. I've got another idea. Oh. Better? Is that better? You've got a smile now. Better. Now Osh was the hog at the trough, but I was all tangle-legged as I bumped along with this precious cargo. I was very keen to get shed of this bicycle. Bye-bye, sidecar.
It'll work out for us.
Hello, luggage. Oh. Never mind.
All right, take care. Have a good night. See you later.
Bye-bye. With more stuff than I could carry, in a hobble somewhere in the Peak District, with no way of getting hither and yon, I was well nigh ready to hang up my fiddle. Good morning, grass. We've got more stuff than we can carry. So at least I'm trying to lighten the food stores. Oh. Considering that I thought that I had packed as light as I possibly could, I'm amazed that I can halve it again. That's coming with us. That's staying behind. Although I might change my mind about that. Feeling genuinely a little bit derailed now. I'm halfway along the Monsell Trail, which is very beautiful, but rather inaccessible to me now. Non-motorised is always my favourite, but maybe on this occasion, with a baby that needs carrying and too much stuff, maybe motorised is going to be my option. You're so heavy. I'm shattered and we haven't done anything. I was just looking at Facebook and I found the Bakewell and Matlock baby and children swap shop. So I put a message on there saying, help, can I borrow your baby backpack? I'm in Bakewell, camping with my 7-month-old. We were supposed to be cycling, but he hated the sidecar. I'd love to do a few walks, but he's way too heavy in my sling. I've put a photo on it as well so that people can see that I'm nice and normal-ish. That might save our adventure. Or maybe this is the adventure. I think maybe the time has come to appreciate that we just need to be still. Did I ever say that I was coming out here to prove that you could still have an adventure with a baby and that life is just the same? Because it's not. It's not just the same. It's completely different. And the sooner you understand that, the happier and the least achy that you'll be. Camping with babies. It's just brilliant. A no-brainer. I've got some good news. My SOS on Facebook has been answered by a woman called Claire who's going to lend us her frame carrier. So with any luck today, we'll be going for a walk in the beautiful Derbyshire countryside. Ready for it?
No, it's just having to trust it really, you know, that is...
Oh, wow. Thanks to the bus, we are back in Monsell Head. Refreshed, and this time with a baby carrier and a baby all ready to go. So we're going to do it. We're going to walk it and see if we can walk the rest of it to Bakewell, which will make this technically an 8-mile adventure. But you know, it's not about distance, is it? No, it's about the doing of it. It's about the making of memories. had a caesarean, which I hadn't wanted, and I fought quite hard not to have. It just really completely takes it out of you. Undeniably, I've been missing the call of the open road, the excitement of not knowing where you're going to stay that night, the capacity to get yourself around under your own steam, like a tortoise. And I definitely am a tortoise. I'm no hare. I didn't like those wheels. I'm risk averse in the extreme. Maybe even more so now, but I still feel a little bit fragile. But this is perfect. I can do this. This is the top. Oh my God. I have to give the backpack back in 20 minutes. Down there. Whew. We both love meeting new people, seeing new faces, checking out new things. And we've both been busy inventing ways to do it. It's quite tiring and sometimes frustrating. While she's working out crawling. And we've managed it, really. It's been tiring. But we've seen a lot of stuff. It's been well worth it. As we observed Matlock Bath's illuminations, we had some winsome reflections of our own. This had been a green adventure, but thundering tough. And what have I come to comprehend? That life has changed, sure as eggs is eggs. But just like ginning about with the donkey, it's an adventure in itself to see the world through your companion's eyes. I'd prefer to tally my gadabout in miles and summits, but that flaxen-headed dumpling is more interested in inches and verges, and so for now at least our capers will be about the small things, bees and flowers and blades of grass, and a little wild baby.